it's Coach Dessa, and today I'm going to show you some tips and drills to get your back handspring sooner. So a back handspring is a pretty hard skill to learn if you don't already have it without a coach being there. So you can practice these drills to help you get it faster, whether it be at home or whether you come back in the gym and you get it there. So let me show you what drills to do. So first we're going to start with the warm-up, and I want you to start with 10 straight jumps with your arms glued to your ears, and I want your hands to be flat, like you're pushing up on the sky. So you're going to do 10 straight jumps. Good. And we're going to do a quick stretch, and then if you want to do more of a warm-up or more of a stretch to get ready for the skill, that's totally fine. So we're going to start by rolling out our wrists. So hands in the ball, roll out those wrists, and do some of these, I call them roller coasters, other direction. And then you're going to sit on your knees. You're going to put your hands down on the ground and rock back and forth very gently. Stretch out your wrists. And you can put them down this way. Put them in front of you. Cross your arms, put them down. And go crisscross. And then we're gonna do, I don't necessarily know what they're called, but I'm gonna call them wrist push-ups. Where you're here, you're on your wrist, and all you do is push off your wrist very gently. But you want most of your weight to be on your wrist when you do this. So do 15 of these. Good. Next up, we're going to roll out our ankles. So just sit on the ground like this, and you're going to roll your ankles 5 times in each direction. So 5 times forwards and 5 times backwards. And switch legs. Good. Now we're going to stretch out our shoulders. So to do this, sit on your booty. You're going to put your hands so your palms are on the ground. Your pinkies are going to be facing towards each other like this. See? Pinkies towards each other. You want to get your pinkies as close as they can touching. And you're either going to scoot your arms back or scoot your booty forward to stretch out your shoulders. And we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. Now, you're still going to have your palms on the ground, but your fingers are going to face towards your body, and you're going to bend your elbows. And we're going to hold this for 10 seconds. And the last stretch we're going to do is we're going to do a bridge stretch, and you're going to hold it for 10 seconds. Awesome. Now this would be the time to add in more stretches or more of a warm-up if you think you need it. If not, we're ready to get started. So the first thing we're going to work on is back bends, back walkovers, and back limbers. All 3 of these skills are very important in order to get your back handspring. You don't necessarily need them, but it makes it a lot easier because you're used to going backwards and trusting your body to hold your weight. So to start, we're just going to do a back bend into a bridge, 3 bridge rocks, and then a kickover. And I'll show you what that looks like. So when you do your back bend, your feet are about hip distance apart, your arms are up by your ears. You really want to practice landing on straight elbows. You don't want any bent arms, you're going to hit the top of your head. So you're going to back bend, land in a bridge, 3 rocks, and kick over. 1, 2, 3, and kick. And land in this tight lunge. You're going to do 5 of those, and then you're going to move on to back walkovers. So when we do a back walkover, it's a very similar concept, except you connect the back bend and the kickover together with one leg in front. So whatever leg you kick over with is going to be in front of you like this, and your arms are going to be up by your ears, and you're going to connect your back bend to your kickover. So I'll show you. Legs in front, arms up by those ears, look at those hands, and go backwards. Just like that. You're going to do 5 of those. If those become too easy, I want you to practice with with your leg that starts up in the air. So you want to try and not break at the hips here. Bring this leg over top with you. And I'll show you what one of those looks like. The last back bendy sort of thing we're going to do is going to be a back limber. So a back limber is a back bend into a bridge kickover, except when you kick over, you're going off of 2 feet. So you're essentially snapping your legs over like you would in a back handspring. Now this skill is actually the closest you're going to be able to get to a back handspring, probably without actually doing it. So I'll show you my best attempts at this. I was never good at them, but I'll try my best. So the first thing in your back handspring is going to be how you start. You're going to start in a straight body, and some people swing their arms, some don't. I personally do, but it doesn't really matter. So you're standing straight up and down. You bend down, but you don't want your chest to come forwards. You also don't want to lean super far back. So you don't want to look like this, and you also don't want to look like this when you're going for your back handspring. You want to pretend like you're going to sit down in a chair, so you're slightly backwards, legs are bent, and you're going to go here, and then you jump off those legs, arms up by your ears. So I'll show one with the arms and one without the arms. So without the arms, your arms are here, sit back in a chair and jump. So I'm going slightly backwards, but not too far backwards. And one with the arms would look like this. So you're here, you swing, and you land. You're going to do 10 of those jumps. You can do whatever arms you want for them. So I'm going to do an actual back handspring now, and if you are able, and only if you're able to actually do one, you're more than welcome to do it now. If you are not, I would love for you to practice those drills that we just talked about, and then I'm also going to give you a conditioning circuit that you can work on to get stronger for your back handsprings. So if you already know how to do a back handspring, I will show you now and I'll give you some tips. So this is what a back handspring looks like. So if you already have your back handspring and you feel like you're going to want to do some at home, you can start by doing these on a trampoline, which I think is an easier start, and move on to a gymnastics mat, and then if you're comfortable, move on to grass. So main tips to remember when you're doing a back handspring: you want to, again, sit back in that chair, keep your chest up, don't lean too far forward, and you're going to do a big jump. Arms are going to go up to those ears, your arms are going to stay straight the entire time, and you're going to block off your hands when you do it. So just like you do handstand pops or handstand blocks on vault, the same thing, you're here and you pop off your hands to help you push up and land. So the last thing I'm going to show you is going to be 3 exercises to practice for sort of like conditioning to get a back handspring. The first thing you're going to do is handstand pops like I just described. And you're going to do 10 handstand pops, keeping your arms straight the whole time and just pushing off your shoulders. The next thing you're going to do is snap downs. So all of these exercises are less of conditioning and more of drills, but if you do enough of them, they'll start to feel like conditioning. So snap down, you kick up to a handstand and you snap your legs down as fast as you can. And the last conditioning exercise you're going to do is leg lifts. So you're going to lay on your back, and you're going to bring your legs up, and you're going to bring them down as far to the ground as you can, and come back up. But you don't want any arch in your back. You want your back to be flat on the ground. So if you can only go this high with a flat back and come back up, that's fine. And you're going to do 10 of these. That's all I have for today's video. I hope to see you soon. Check out other videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.